So what are we driving?
This is a very important model for Audi, or Audi, as some of our neighbors suggest it should be called.
Yeah.
This is a Q5. It's been around for a while now. It's a medium-sized SUV, and essentially it's taking a lot of sales away from Audi A4, Audi A5 range, because it's a bumped up version of those cars. The Q5 was recently updated in South Africa, and then they added this model, which is the Sportback version, and then the Sportback version is a bit late to the party from Audi, but it takes on the likes of the BMW X4 and the Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe that no one ever thought we actually needed, but they sell quite well. So basically a sloped back version of a normal Q5.
And what are the pros?
Well, the pros is that it's very refined. It's got a beautiful interior. It's typically Audi in terms of its refinement. So yeah, I think Audi and Volvo do sophistication, or effortless sophistication, the best in this league. So I think you feel like your money is, well, we'll get to the price just now, but you feel like your money is well spent.
And what are the cons?
Okay, we'll get to the price right now then. I don't understand why the Sportback version is 100,000 Rand more than the equivalent standard SUV. So you're paying more for, okay, it's not that compromised in terms of luggage capacity, and the rear legroom is the same as a normal Q5, and in this car you get an optional pack that lets you put the rear seat bench forward or back a little bit. So you can either increase the rear legroom or decrease the legroom in favor of luggage capacity. So, but back to my point, I don't understand the price difference. So you're paying a premium, and maybe Audi will suggest that this is the better looking of the two cars or the more dynamic, but I can't get my head around 100,000 Rand difference between the two cars. This car's got an S-Line package, so it's got 20-inch wheels on, so the ride is a little bit firmer than I probably would have liked. We went away this weekend. We did some gravel road driving, and the seats actually are quite firm, and the ride quality is firmer than I probably would have liked for a family car.
Well, you know the seats are firm because I complained about my bum getting so ouchies.
Yeah, so we only did an hour and a half, 40-minute drive, and yeah, the seats were firm. It wasn't as relaxing a drive as, for example, the e-tron that we drove.
Oh, that was very nice.
Yeah, so
that's more expensive.
It's more expensive, but I'll get to my point about mentioning e-tron in a little bit. So next question, go.
I won't interrupt you anymore.
That's fine.
What is the next question? Competitors.
I mentioned it already. The BMW X4 and the Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe, and then an interesting competitor, but maybe it's not as premium in the eyes of South Africans. You get a Tiguan, which is basically
very nice.
The same car. It's based on the Q5 platform, and then there's a Tiguan R which is coming. So that might be the similar price. So that's a very nice top of the range Tiguan. And then the elephant in the room is that the Porsche Macan is also based on this platform. Wow. And for what this car costs, this car is spec'd to 1.4 million Rand. You start talking about quite a nice Macan package, which has a Porsche badge on it, Porsche Dynamics. I don't know, maybe that's a little bit more sought after. I don't know, for 1.4 million Rand for an SUV.
Let's be honest, it's a Porsche,
but yes,
Porsche.
Yeah, I think if you want,
I think the difference is the Porsche Macan is going to turn heads, and I think driving that you're going to feel like you made it a little bit more than driving this. I don't feel driving this gives you the idea that you've made it in life, even though it's 1.4 million.
I agree with you. I don't think it helps that this car is white. So I think if you got a little bit more adventurous in terms of the color,
that gray
maybe it would help.
Like.
The grey, the Nardo grey that you like. I think then you might feel a bit better. But I do agree with you, and I think
I don't feel this turns heads.
Yeah.
Like yesterday driving back from Cape Town, we saw a Macan, and both of us were Macan. Both of us did a double take and looked and went like, wow, that's a nice car.
Yeah, and that was an entry level one. So yeah, I agree with you. So and then
once you agree with me.
And then so it's a Porsche Macan, and it's Audi, not Audi. Okay, carry on. Next question.
Potato.
No, it's not. Would I buy one?
No. Oh, you spoke about price. Yes. Would you buy one?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't buy a Q5
Awkward.
Sportback. I would buy a standard Q5. I don't get the appeal of the slope pack. I never have in any of the derivatives. So it's not just an Audi thing, but I don't get it. I certainly don't get the 100,000 rand price difference between the Sportback and the standard car. And I would probably look to top of the range Tiguan, and forgive the brand snobbery, or Porsche Macan.
I think you would totally do the Porsche Macan. Did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
I would do the Porsche Macan. That would be my choice. Or actually, I like the look of the Merc
GLC, but same thing. You're sacrificing practicality and legroom for a slope back SUV, which I don't get. I
love Audi, but I feel they're becoming a little bit boring.
No, I don't think it's boring. I think it's a safe bet. Yeah. So yeah.
I also don't feel it's very big.
No, it's big enough for the segment. So the one more point I want to make, and it's around e-tron, is I think the Audi Q4 e-tron Sportback, which is the next big e-tron model that Audi South Africa is surely looking at bringing into this country, I think the e-tron will be priced similarly, if not slightly more than this, and then I think that might be a massive draw card in terms of electric mobility, which is where Audi's going. And I think they'll be really trying hard to get Q4 e-tron Sportback to this kind of price, and in which case
that'll be very nice.
And that's probably what we'd get over this.
Yeah, I do think we would definitely buy electric over petrol.
Yeah.
Going forward, with the fuel price and all.
Going forward, all things considered. Cool, thank you.
But overall, great car.
Lovely car. I'm not sure it's worth 1.4 million rand.
I would